Welcome to Engineer's Mindset. Now, in the previous video, we talked about factorization method of quadratic equation. So in this video, we'll continue with completing the square method of quadratic equation. So let's say we have ax squared plus bx plus c will be equal to 0. So these are the methods in which you approach completing the square method. The first thing to do, divide both sides by the coefficient of x squared. The first thing to do, divide both sides by the coefficient of x squared. So we have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So divide by the coefficient of x squared. So divide all sides by a, by a, by a, by a. So notice that a cancels a. So we're left with x squared plus b over ax plus c over a equal to, of course, 0 over a is 0. So that's the very first step to do. The next thing to do is transfer the constant term to the right hand side of the equation. So of course you know that this is now the constant term, just like this is the coefficient of x, and of course why this is x squared. This is the constant term because there is no variable attached to it. So the next step, transfer the constant term to the right hand side of the equation. If you do that, you have x squared plus b over ax is now equal to, so plus c over a crosses over to this side. If positive sign crosses an equal to sign, it becomes negative. So you have minus c over a. So that's the first two steps. Now after these two steps, you pause. Here is the first thing to do. First of all, find half of the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x is b over a. Then find half of it. Half of b over a simply means 1 over 2 is half. So half of in mathematics simply means multiplication. So half of the coefficient of x is b over a. Half of b over a is simply 1 over 2 times b over a. And this is going to give us b over 2a. Because 2 times a will give us 2a. So b times 1 is b. So that's the first thing. First, find half of the coefficient of x. After that, you square it. So you have b over 2a all squared. Now, once you obtain this square, you now complete the square. That is where we have that for completing the square. You now complete the square by adding this square to the both sides of the equation above. So let's say this is equation 1. And let's say down here we have up to equation 2. Okay, so after obtaining b over 2a, you square b over 2a. You now add this b over 2a towards equation 2. That is where you now complete the square. Okay, so if you add it to both sides, you have x squared plus b over ax plus b over 2a all squared. And that's equal to minus c over a plus b over 2a all squared. Okay, with this done, you have actually completed the square. Alright, so once you have this, now notice that since you have x squared here and you have b over 2a all squared, pick one of these x and then pick just b over 2a. That's by factorization method as well. So if you do that, just pick one of the x and then b over 2a plus b over 2a. Put all of them in the bracket. Once you expand this bracket, you're going to have the entire variable you have here. So you have factorized the whole of this term. Okay? So you pick one of the x and then pick just b over 2a, that is squared, then put all of them in the square. Okay, upon getting that, you have this equal to minus c over a. If you expand this bracket, b squared, of course, give us plus b squared all over. If you square 2, you have 4. If you square a, you have a squared. Okay, so you have b squared over 4a squared. Alright, so you have x plus b over 2a all squared is now equal to, take the LCM here. LCM here is 4a squared. Okay, so 4a squared divided by a. One of the a cancels out, so we are left with 4a. Of course, one of these a will cancel one of these a. We are left with 4a. 4a times minus c will give us minus 4ac plus 4a squared divided by 4a squared is 1. 1 times b squared gives us b squared. Alright, so we have x plus b over 2a all squared equal to, so let's rearrange the equation. If we rearrange the equation, we'll have b squared minus 4ac divided by 4a squared. Okay, at this point, you take the square root of both sides so that this square can cancel out. You take the square root of both sides in order for this square to cancel out. If that's done, you have square root of x plus b over 2a all squared equal to the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. Of course, this square root cancels out this square. So we have x plus b over 2a equals to, this simply means square root of b squared minus 4ac all over square root of 4a squared. That's what this actually implies. Okay? The square root of these values, all of them simply means this. Alright. So you have x plus b over 2a to be equal to x plus b over 2a to be equal to square root of b squared minus 4ac, b squared minus 4ac all over, of course, the square root of 4 is 2, and the square root of a squared will give us a because the square will cancel the square root, so you're left with a. So this is actually over 2a. Alright, so let's send plus b over 2a to this side of the equation. If plus positive sign crosses over, it becomes a negative sign. You have x is equal to, it becomes minus b over 2a plus or minus. Now please take note, whenever you have a square root, you always introduce plus or minus because you will always have two values. You will always have two values. Please take note, whenever you introduce a square root, you always have plus or minus because square root will always give us two values, one to be positive and one to be negative. So we have plus or minus. Okay, so minus b crosses over because minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac divides by 2a. Okay, so x is equal to, you take the LCM between the two. The LCM between the two is simply what? 2a. So 2a divided by 2a is 1. 1 times minus b gives us minus b. You bring down your plus or minus. Okay, 2a divided by 2a is 1. 1 times this square root becomes this square root. So you have square root of b squared minus 4a. Alright guys, this is actually what we call a formula method of quadratic equation. Okay, so we obtain the formula method from completing the square method. Alright guys, in the next video, we'll start solving problems using completing the square method. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next videos. Please subscribe to my channel and invite your friends for more subscribers. Cheers.